The edgelord is a character we see online or in pop culture. They love dark humor, shocking statements, and making people uncomfortable. At first, they might seem like a troll, but they actually reflect big ideas about life, meaning, and of course, human nature. Jung talked about the shadow, the dark parts of ourselves we hide. He said, everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. The edgelord is like a walking shadow. They joke about death, chaos, and things that scare us, forcing us to face the parts of ourselves we ignore. Maybe they are trying to deal with their own shadow or show us that we all have a dark side. Kafka wrote about people stuck in confusing, absurd situations. The edgelord lives in a world that doesn't make sense, so they respond with absurdity. They joke about serious things like death and suffering. Kafka wrote, in man's struggle against the world, bet on the world. But the edgelord bets on chaos, saying, if nothing makes sense, why not laugh at it all? Dostoevsky's characters are often troubled and disconnected. The edgelord is like this too. They might seem tough, but inside they are hurting. In Notes from Underground, the main character says, I am alone, I thought, and they are everybody. This could be the edgelord's motto. They feel alone and act out, but deep down, they are searching for meaning. Nietzsche talked about the will to power, the drive to grow, create, and assert yourself. The edgelord does this by breaking rules and shocking people. They're trying to become what Nietzsche called the Übermensch, or Superman, someone who creates their own values, basically. Nietzsche wrote, he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. The edgelord's why is to challenge the world and make people think. Stirner believed society controls us with ideas like morality and duty. He said, we should reject these and live for ourselves. The edgelord is like this. They don't care about society's rules or what people think. Stirner wrote, I am the creative nothing, the nothing out of which I myself create everything. The edgelord creates their own world and meaning, unafraid to be different or hated. Marx believed society is divided into classes, with the working class oppressed by the ruling class. He called for revolution. The edgelord rebels too, but with words and ideas. They mock the system and challenge authority. Marx wrote, the point is to change it. The edgelord might not be a philosopher, but they are trying to change how people see the world. Schopenhauer believed life is full of suffering. He said the only escape is to reject desire. The edgelord takes a different approach. They embrace desire and laugh at pain. Schopenhauer wrote, life is a constant process of dying. The edgelord jokes about death and suffering, using humor to cope. As Schopenhauer said, humor is the only divine quality of man. The edgelord is more than just a troll. They reflect the struggles we all face. The shadow, the absurd, the pain, the will to power, the ego, the rebellion, and the suffering. They force us to confront the darker parts of ourselves and the world, challenging us to think and laugh at what scares us. The edgelord is often seen as a joke, but they are actually a tragic figure. They're dealing with the same big questions we all face. What does life mean? Why do we suffer? Why do we feel so alone? They just deal with it differently, by laughing at the darkness. As Dostoevsky wrote, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, the soul is healed by being with children. Maybe the edgelord, in their own way, is trying to heal their soul by embracing chaos. And maybe by understanding them, we can start to heal too.